Hello everyone, I am Disha K of CSC Cybersecurity Department. Today I am going to discuss about the typecasting in Java. Introduction to typecasting in Java. Typecasting in Java is a process of converting one data type to another data type. It is also known as type conversion. Typecasting is important for ensuring the compatibility and a proper use of the variables. Implicit typecasting. Implicit typecasting is also known as automatic type conversion. It is performed by a Java compiler. It occurs when a smaller data type is promoted to the larger data type. For example, converting an int to long or a byte to int. Implicit typecasting is also known as converting the data type without losing the original meaning. Explicit typecasting. Explicit typecasting, also known as narrowing or a manual type conversion, is done by a programmer. It occurs when a large data type is converted into smaller data type. The programmer needs to explicitly mention the target type. Syntax of explicit typecasting. Syntax for explicit typecasting in a Java is target type value to be converted. For example, int number int 3.14 is converted to the double to the int. Typecasting with a numeric data type. Typecasting with a numeric data types involves converting between bytes, short, int, long, float, and double. Voiding occurs when converting from a smaller to larger data type. Narrow occurs when converting from a larger to smaller data type. Typecasting with a numeric data type is changes a one data type to another data type. Typecasting with characters. Characters in a Java represented by char data type. Char can be implicit the cast to int and vice versa. Typecasting with a character. We can use the process of a typecasting converting the character by char data type to the int integer in a data type in a Java. Typecasting with a boolean. Boolean data type represents true or false value. It cannot be direct cast to any other data type. However, the boolean values can be used a conditional expression. The boolean data type is a primitive data type in a Java. Typecasting with objects. Objects in a Java can be cast to different types using the instance of operator. Instance of check if an object is an instance of a specific class or its subclasses. Casting object is incorrectly can result in the class cast expectation. Typecasting with arrays. Arrays can be cast to different types using the cast operator. The cast operator is placed before the array variable name. Casting arrays can be result in a compile time or an error if the types are incompatibility. In a Java data type, there are two types, primitive data type, non-primitive data type. In a primitive data type, integer, float, int, short, long, boolean, float, and double. And non primitive data type or array, class, and string. Typecasting and inheritance. Typecasting is a commonly used in inheritance when dealing with a superclass and subclass objects. Upcasting is a implicitly done when assigning a subclass object to a superclass reference. Downcasting, which we done on a explicitly using the cast operator. Typecasting and polymorphism. Polymorphism allows the object of a different classes to be treated as objects of a same superclasses. Typecasting is used for access a specific method and fields of a subclasses. Typecasting should be done carefully to avoid a runtime errors. In a polymorphism has a two type, compile time polymorphism, runtime polymorphism. Compile time polymorphism operate overloading function overloading. In a runtime polymorphism, virtual function. Typecasting and interface. Interface in a Java can be typecasted similar to the classes. Typecasting allows the object of a class that implements an interface to be treated as an interface type. Typecasting is used for the actually interface specific method. Typecasting and wrapper classes. Wrapper classes are used to convert the primitive data types into objects. Typecasting can be used to convert between the different wrapper classes. For example, converting an integer to double or a vice versa. Typecasting and method overloading. Method overloading allows the multi-method with the same name but different parameters. Typecasting can be used to resolve the ambiguity in a method overloading by casting the argument to the specific type the desired the method can be called. Typecasting and generics. Generics allow the type safety and typecasting in collection. Typecasting is used to private the specific object types from a generic collection. Casting should be done carefully to avoid the class cast exception. Advantages of typecasting. Typecasting allows for a flexibility in handling the different data types. It helps in avoiding the data lost during the conversions. Typecasting allows for a proper utilization of a variables. Disadvantages of typecasting. Typecasting can result in a data loss if not done correctly. It adds a complexity and can lead to error if used improperly. Typecasting should be used only when it necessary. Best practices for typecasting. Avoid the unnecessary typecasting to maintain the code readability and simplicity. Perform a necessary type check the use the instance of operator before casting. Use a approximate exception handling to handle the potential class cast exception.